And that may be it for the match, but I hope it's not the last time we see these superstars in the ring together. My God, the brutality! A solid wooden table versus flesh and bone!
No joke, Cole. These guys know what they're doing, hence the word trained professionals. It won't surprise me one bit. The longer you stay in this, the more risk you have for serious injury. There's no guesswork involved, Cole, but if you're gonna be snippy, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. Well, it's like we used to say back in the day, Cole. Rules are like bones. They're made to be broken.
He might be a little eccentric, Tazz, but there's no doubt in my mind that the Hurricane's all business in the ring.
Oh, come on, Cole. You should let me train you. You could be Cruiserweight champ in like a year. You can't, plain and simple. You don't go into a match like this one thinking you might lose. But there you go. Yeah, but I personally think Booker should spend a little bit less time, showboating and more time focused on winning matches.
I don't know that I'd agree with that, Tazz. I hate to see a superstar risk a serious injury like this. It's been a long time since I saw a crowd get behind a superstar the way they have for John Cena.
Oh my God, could you imagine that? You in this announce booth by yourself? Who the hell's gonna carry you?
You've got that right, partner. The Space City loves SmackDown, and the superstars are not going to let them down. Judging from how this match has gone so far, Tazz, I have no trouble believing that whatsoever.
You never know what to expect from these superstars, Cole. I mean, this could be over in 60 seconds or 60 minutes.
Well, that doesn't seem like a good strategy to me. I hope he ends this before he suffers a serious injury. We've seen this before. He'll do whatever it takes to win and take every advantage he can. Anything can happen in WWE. An entire match can turn on one or two big moves.
The most electrifying move in sports entertainment today, Cole. The People's Elbow.
Whoa, that's your territory, partner, not mine. I'm perfectly happy staying right where I am.
You got to take advantage of every opportunity to beat down your opponent while you're in a cage match.
Well, they're going to get it. SmackDown's champions are here. Boston's going to see the best of the best in action tonight.
90% of a match is in the preparation, Cole. You got to come ready for the battle.
Boy, Christian's a real piece of work. I don't think I've ever seen someone as in love with himself as he is. These superstars have inflicted so much damage on each other that I'm getting exhausted just watching them. He's got his opponent in the casket. This match and a career could end right here.
You got that right, Cole. I'll tell you what, man. I am so pumped up and amped up. I can't wait. Hey, Cole, you know what? Try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this bad boy right down the middle. Man, I almost feel bad for JR and King, Cole. When's the last time you think they saw a match this good?
Come on now. That sledgehammer is a deadly weapon. Someone's got to stop this.
This is it. The last ride. Oh, God. You could just feel the impact from here.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table. An enthusiastic crowd and the greatest superstars in sports entertainment. You can't ask for more than that. Now, there's no doubt that Jericho's mouth gets him into trouble sometimes, but that doesn't seem to bother him at all, Tazz. And to dish some out as well, I don't think I've ever seen a superstar win a match by being a tackling dummy. That's for sure, Tazz. And the number one rule here on SmackDown is to send the fans home happy.
Duh. They're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
He certainly is. And I hope he's proud of himself. Personally, I find it disgusting. You'll get no argument from me, Tazz. SmackDown is the dominant brand in all of sports entertainment.
I agree totally. Making your opponent quit the match is a seriously powerful statement.
No argument there, Tazz. If your opponent can't continue the match, it's pretty obvious who won. I'm with you on that, partner. We've got a great show here tonight for these St. Louis fans, and I can't wait to get started. They sure do, partner, and there it is, the 5-star Frog Splash! A mile-high city, Denver, Colorado, is home to SmackDown tonight, and what a show we've got for you.
He's a master of that step-over toe-hold face lock, Cole. He knows how to turn up the pain. Yeah, he was the better man tonight, but if I could give him a little piece of advice, I'd tell him not to get a little, cocky.
What are you talking about? That was great! My only other fantasy is for you to retire from announcing.
I think Tajiri's a little bit out of his league here tonight, Cole. I don't like his odds in winning this match.
Well, there's no doubt that he did a great job of wearing down his opponent, And that's the name of the game. I think these superstars are well aware of that, Tazz. I think that's exactly what they've got in mind. I tell you, I've got no patience for a superstar who pulls that kind of thing. Quit playing possum and wrestle. I think you're wrong about that, Tazz. I think this is going to make his victory tonight that much sweeter.
God, I'll tell you, I wasn't expecting them to be gentle with each other, but the gloves definitely came off for that one. This shouldn't be, Cole. If you pin your opponent and the ref counts 3, that's it. It's done.
True enough, Tazz. There's no off-season for them. There's no month or 2 off between matches.
Yeah, I've been on both sides of it, Cole. That's the truth. And let me tell you, it's better to give than receive. And I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they've got literally nothing left to give. I don't think I've ever seen a guy as well put together as the Masterpiece. He's a real work of art. There sure ain't, Cole. I mean, these guys are here week in and week out, and every night they leave it in the ring.
These fans just can't get enough of Latino heat. Eddie Guerrero's got them in the palm of his hand. I don't know where Carlito gets off telling people how cool he is. I certainly don't see anything cool about him.
You know what? But who cares what they think? All he's doing here is giving his opponent a chance to recover.
I'm with you, partner. You just can't experience a thrill like this anywhere else.
You worrying about me? That's a good one. You're a funny guy, but then again, looks aren't everything. See, now this is how you win a match, Cole. You work over your opponent until they can't fight back.
And that's about the last place you want to be if you're not a superstar yourself. Trust me, I know.
Deep in the heart of wrestling country, Cole. This crowd is fired up, and I'll tell you what, so am I. No doubt, Cole, if your opponent lets you lock that in, it usually means that they ain't got much left.
Oh my God, what a brutal match! And the loser has paid the ultimate price. These superstars are so unpredictable. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next. That might be easier said than done, Tazz. It's hard not to feel good about yourself after a win like that. Edge is such a jerk. I'm amazed that he still has a job on Raw after some of the stuff he's pulled. And they do it all for the WWE fans, Tazz. Without them, none of us would even be here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight. That's a bold statement, partner, but I can't disagree. I don't think Phoenix has any idea what they're in for tonight.
It ain't about winning over the fans, though, Cole. He's letting everyone know that he don't give a damn what they think. Hey, it's like they say, Cole, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Oh my God, what an impact! Now can he get the title before his opponent comes to? It has indeed, but I think this crowd would like to see these superstars pick up the pace a little bit.
You know, we've seen some pretty good back and forth action here, but you don't see too many matches end that way. Here he is, the ECW champion, Mr. Pay-Per-View, Rob Van Dam.
Night after night, the WWE superstars never fail to amaze the fans.
Well, that depends, Cole. I mean, some guys, they go a little nuts at the sight of their own blood, and they become unstoppable.
No question about that, Tazz. You won't last long against an opponent you haven't done your homework on. How humiliating! Spanked in front of thousands of fans and millions watching at home. Oh my God! What a chokeslam! All the way from hell! Your guess is as good as mine, Tazz. They're certainly not going easy on each other, that's for sure.
I have never seen two competitors more determined to beat the living hell out of each other. I think this proves without a doubt why SmackDown's the dominant brand in sports entertainment. You gotta love two girls sharing a pillow, but not for nothing. This is not exactly what I had in mind.
What incredible intensity from these two superstars trading blows high above the ring. It's what they came to see, Tazz, and these superstars are making sure they don't go home disappointed.
That's the way you do it. Nothing like the sight of your own blood to take the fight right out of you.
Oh my God, there's a reason that's called a finishing move. The match usually doesn't go much longer.
Are you telling me that he cheated to win that Olympic gold medal he won, Cole? Is that what you're telling me? Hey, they speak French up here, right, Cole? Parlez-vous français? Ha ha, amigo!
And it all came down to that expertly applied submission. That took all the fight out of his opponent.
Oh, God. What a huge Batista bomb. That ain't a ride you want to take twice. Yeah, when you're still standing and the guy you were just in there with can't, it's pretty clear who the winner is. I don't think there's anything Edge wouldn't do to get what he wants, and that's what I like about this guy. Here it comes, Batista Bomb! That'll break every bone in your body, Cole. Hey, chill out, happy guy. If the ref wants to do something about it, the ref will do something about it. Someday, Cole, if you work hard at it, you might actually become half as cool as Carlito.
What did you expect, Tazz? This is Smackdown, after all, the #1 brand in sports entertainment. How humiliating to be stripped to your bra and panties in front of this capacity crowd. Yes, but this might not be the smartest course of action. This match is far from over.
You know, there is such a thing as playing to the crowd a little too much, and that's exactly what I'm seeing here.
I have to say, I haven't seen many superstars solve their problems with a pillow fight. A big splash by a huge superstar. That just put the exclamation point on this match. The person in charge of enforcing the rules is blatantly violating them here. He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
I guess it just goes to show you, Cole, like they say, anything can happen here in the WWE. Well, I think this one's pretty much a foregone conclusion. Not too tough to figure out who's going to win this one.
I don't think anyone would last too long against them. These are trained WWE professionals. That was a decisive victory for him. The future's looking bright for that man right there.
Oh, man, check it out. A modified swinging neckbreaker. Very, very cool.
So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent weeks. These superstars have proven time and again that they're willing and able to go the distance.
That's not what they're getting paid for, Cole. And besides, they got too much pride to give less than 100% in there.
The WWE Divas fulfilled every red-blooded American male's fantasy with that match, Tazz. This can't go much longer, Tazz. Look at the physical condition of these superstars. True enough, but I've noticed that superstars who know how to handle Danny's raw power often get the better of him.
I don't get it. What, are you nuts or what? This match is just starting to get good now. Man, look at these superstars. You can't ask for a better example of what makes SmackDown so great.
And do you think that was worth it? You think it was worth Spike trading his good name for championship gold?
I've never been on the wrong end of a tap-out, Cole. So let me tell you, it's better to give than receive.
Come on! That's a 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire! This has gotta stop! That might be true, Tazz, but I don't see anyone on the horizon who could dethrone the Phenom.
Oh, man, that's the one you're gonna feel tomorrow. But let me tell you, you don't feel anything right after it happens. That's a tough loss for sure. But if you don't have what it takes, then you don't have what it takes. Pump the brakes, girl pants. There's nothing wrong with getting inside your opponent's head like this. Going up the turnbuckle hurts a heck of a lot less than coming down from the turnbuckle. You know, this Doug Basham's a real cerebral superstar, Cole. My people tell me he's the brains of the Bashams.
Well, it doesn't look like they're running on empty quite yet, but you never know when that could change.
He's got this guy way up there, Cole. What goes up must come down.
Stop the match. Stop the damn match. That was a 30-foot fall. Oh my God, the viciousness, the brutality of this cage match is staggering. I can't tell if that's a cut or a broken nose, but either way, the referee might need to stop this fight. They've sacrificed so much to get here, Tazz. I don't think they can allow that thought to enter their heads. Look at this. You don't often see a superstar's own finishing move used against them like this. This sold-out crowd is on its feet here in St. Louis, Missouri. Michael Cole, here with Tazz at ringside. No, you don't. And I think we'll see one superstar dominate the match before it's over.
Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this, don't try this stuff at home. And there it is, Cole. He's got that ankle lock locked in there, and he ain't letting go. Oh, come on, quit showing off. This is supposed to be a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
I don't know how much longer this can go, Tazz. These superstars are starting to look like they're running on fumes.
Well, he wasn't planning on winding up in that casket tonight, but that's exactly what happened. I sure do. Sharpshooter, baby. Talk about your excellence of execution.
I just think it's unfortunate whenever a superstar decides to cheat to win rather than compete fairly. Tombstone, pile driver. How many superstars have fallen victim to that over the years?
Yeah, well, you know what? I got some bad news for these fans. He don't give a damn what you think.
Escape is only 10 feet away, but it's got to be the longest 10 feet of this superstar's life. She's got the crowd and her opponent's posterior in the palm of her hand. I think just about every match has that potential, Taz. This is the WWE after all.
I don't care how tough you are, you can't get hit with those steps too many times and expect to win the match. I'll tell you, Cole, these WWE fans are so fired up, I'm having a hard time staying in my seat.
And I think it's that unpredictability that makes these superstars so exciting to watch.
That's a good way to do it, Cole. That crippler crossface can take your damn head right off.
The pace of the match may have slowed, but the intensity of these superstars certainly hasn't.
I think Taker's partner really let him down, Cole. Latino Heat ain't gonna be too happy about this. Keep it up, Cole. Keep it up, and you're gonna find out how tough this job really is when your jaw gets wide shut. You don't have to like his attitude, Cole, but you gotta admit that Robert Conway's a heck of an athlete.
That certainly was a decisive victory. That pinfall left no room for ambiguity.
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife.
I can't remember seeing anyone win a match with a pillow, but there's a first time for everything. Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings, no matter how beaten up they get.
If you ever wondered just how much punishment a human body could take, I think you're going to get an answer tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Smackdown, coming to you tonight from Charlotte, North Carolina.
When you put somebody through a table, you just about guarantee you're going to keep them down for a while.
That's 30 pounds of ladder versus a human body, and guess which one wins?
No doubt, Cole. These WWE superstars put their bodies on the line night after night. There's not an ounce of quitting either one of these superstars, but someone's going down.
It sure is. If you want to see a physically dominating superstar, look no further. Oh, I doubt that very much, Taz. Chris Benoit never runs from anything. He's no coward.
Figure 4 leg lock. A lot of superstars have been beaten by this one over the years. You can't just keep playing to the crowd, though, Cole. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion.
What a move! But this isn't a tables match. You still got to get the title to win.
I'd have to go back to my ECW days to remember, Cole, and that's saying something, believe me. These superstars have been pounding the hell out of each other, and now we're starting to see the effects of that. That's the understatement of the year, Cole. Come on now. If you ever find yourself in that one, get ready to tap. There you have it. Victory by submission. If I had a hat, I'd have to take it off to him.
I don't think anyone in their right mind can, Taz. Not when the stakes are that high. Here it comes, the mandible claw. I can't believe he's going to stick his hand in his opponent's mouth.
Holy announce table. There goes the announce table. Mr. McMahon ain't going to be pleased about that. Atomic leg drop. That is still one of the biggest moves in sports entertainment. These superstars are beating the living hell out of each other, and these fans are eating it up.
I can't remember ever seeing a referee become this physical with the superstars. I disagree, Taz. Getting the crowd on your side can be a huge psychological boost.
There it is, the unprettier. Face first, right into the ground.
I know what you mean, partner. These superstars have really brought the fans to life here tonight. I've got no doubt about that, Taz. That submission hold didn't look very comfortable at all.
He decided to play it safe by accepting this match, Cole. I guess he figured the risk was too high. There you go, through the table. That brings back some memories. Bad ones.
You know it, partner. The SmackDown superstars are ready for action, and I can't wait to get started.
It's not easy maintaining this type of intensity week after week after week, Cole. Trust me. Ah, that's the way to do it. Grab a weapon from under the ring and start swinging.
He calls it the Master Lock, and no one in sports entertainment today does it better.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. But I hope we get to see these superstars go at it again real soon. Don't start getting squeamish on me, Cole. Inflicting pain is the name of the game.
Actually, Taz, I think it's a great display of confidence on the part of this great superstar.
I'll tell you, they gotta start getting sturdier reps, Cole. This kind of thing seems to happen all the time.
I think we might be looking at the future of the WWE in this ring tonight. She's not happy about winding up in her bra and panties, but it looks like everyone else is. I don't know how Raw General Manager Eric Bischoff could allow a monster like Snitsky to compete on his brand. Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
This Danny Basham's a real bull in the china shop, Cole, I'm telling you. You don't want to get in this guy's way. Did you hear that, Cole? What a vicious shot from those steel steps. No doubt about it, Cole. They're the hottest tomatoes out there, and they proved it here tonight. There's only one thing that a 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire is good for, and it's not gardening. That's the bottom line, Cole. If you're not doing everything you can to win, then you're in the wrong game.
You've got to believe this is a desperation maneuver, Tazz. She must be concerned about the way this match is going.
Looks like someone's making it pretty clear that he's not feeling too threatened right about now.
A physical match like this will take its toll, and I think that's exactly what we're seeing here. And that might be the end of the match right there. There's a reason that's called a finishing move.
Stratisfaction guaranteed. She just planted her opponent with that one.
And that's what really matters. If the WWE fans aren't happy, they'll let you know it. I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off. We were expecting a solid match from these superstars, but this is even better than I'd hoped.
Nope. You let your shoulders stay down on the mat for 3, you lose. That's it. That's simple. What a ripoff. I'll tell you what, we better get a rematch, or I'm going to be seriously steamed. Yeah, well, he looks a little overconfident to me, Cole, and that could come back to bite him on a you-know-what.
Come on, Tazz. You're not seriously going to stand up for Muhammad Hassan, are you?
Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here. Well, so much for the monitor. Yeah, I hate when they do this. What are they going to touch my stuff for? I don't touch them. You know, instead of showboating to the fans, maybe you should really keep your head into this match. Ha! Now that's the way you do it. Let your opponent know who the boss is. Look at these superstars, Cole. I mean, they're not even contemplating the fact that they might lose here tonight.
Well, maybe Chavo should go out of his way to show his gratitude to the fans the way that Eddie does then. I know exactly what you mean. These superstars certainly are pulling out all the stops.
You know, this is not exactly as physical as the fight you see in Red Hook, but you know what? I'm not complaining. Without a doubt, Cole, tonight's show is going to be off the charts. The master lock is locked in, Cole. There's not too many superstars who can stand this for long.
After that last shot, I'm not surprised. I hope the referee doesn't let this go on too much longer. You're not kidding, partner. I can't remember the last time I've seen that much brutality in a match. I really can't, Tazz. This isn't anything like what I expected from these competitors.
Wow, now that one's not in the rule book. But you know what they say? It's not a crime if you don't get caught. You either got to be crazy or stupid to stay in that cage 1 second longer than you need to.
Did you see that? These superstars just destroyed that solid steel cell roof.
Well, whichever way it goes, no one can say that these superstars didn't give it everything they got.
There goes the cell. These superstars will stop at nothing in this Hell in a Cell match.
I'd love to know where you're coming up with this stuff, Cole. Of course, it's sure not from personal experience, I know that.
Walls of Jericho! How many superstars have been brought down by this very move?
I don't want to doubt this guy's sincerity or nothing like that, but I gotta tell you, he's obviously playing possum there.
Look at the physique of Mark Jindrak. It's like he was chiseled out of stone or something. I don't think that's a very good idea at all, Tazz. As a matter of fact, it's kind of terrifying. It's a long climb up the cage, but a quick and painful fall if you're not fast enough.
He ain't taking any chances with this submission, Cole. Look at how tight he's got it locked in. Well, it looks like they're slowing the pace down a little bit here. That might not be such a good move, in my opinion.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Tazz. You know, you're not always my number one choice for a broadcast partner either. And it's a seriously powerful superstar who can make an opponent do just that.
That's for sure, Cole. Everybody pulls out all the stops in a match like that.
That was a hard-fought battle, but in the end, only one superstar could pick up the win. My God, what a match! You never know what you're going to see in a buried alive match.
Into the casket. This is not the best match if you're kind of a little claustrophobic. And you can't say he didn't earn it, Cole. I mean, come on. He got the 3 count, and that's all that matters.
All good things must come to an end. But I wish that match could have gone on a little longer. I hope this is over soon. No matter how many times I see this, I just can't get used to it. He is getting down to business. He's in the sports entertainment business, isn't he?
You could really get your bell rung by the ring bell. Ding dong! Ding dong! That's pretty funny. You know what I predict? You keep up with your mouth, you're going to have a permanent limp.
And considering the conditioning of these athletes, that could be quite a while from now. How can you sound so excited, Tazz? These are human beings in the ring, for God's sake.
What's happened to Eddie Guerrero, Cole? I mean, this guy used to be the WWE champion, and now look at him. And he got it, the Dudley Dog. I've taken that move, Cole, and it don't tickle. You damn skippy, hippie. That just sent a powerful message to the whole locker room.
Well, excuse me for doing my job, partner. Sorry to have disturbed you. Here it comes! The F.U.! He just drove his opponent straight into the ground!
And it's a good thing, too, Cole. If they're not buying tickets, we're not getting paychecks. That's a huge military press. And there ain't a lot of guys who can pull that one off. Actually, I think it's great. That's not arrogance, that's confidence. And that's what wins matches.
Oh my God! That's 50 pounds of steel colliding with a human body! The $1 million dream locked in! He could knock out his opponent right here! Why do they keep so many dangerous weapons under the ring? Those things can cause serious injuries. I think there are several thousand Fozzy fans out there who take issue with that, Tazz. For a man who just beat John Cena in a parking lot brawl, he looks pretty good.
Well, you know, unless you're planning on busting through the cage, that's not the way you win a match.
Oh, no. Is it too much to ask that we have just one match without interference?
Oh, I'm telling you, man, I can't wait for the action to start. Just listen to these fans. No doubt, Cole. If anyone's got a problem with it, they better hope for a rematch. Wow, that was a heck of an exclamation point. Now he's got to make a grab for the title. I wouldn't say that, Cole. I mean, it might get you to win, but it don't prove a damn thing in my book.
Maybe so, but I'm more concerned about the risk to his physical well-being now that he's been busted open.
Yeah, and that master lock is one heck of a way to do it. That's a vicious and deadly hold.
Here it is, Tazz. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
No doubt, Cole, tonight's show's completely off the hook as we do it West Coast style. The ring is alive with the sound of music. Oh, God, that's a solid steel chair, Cole. That don't tickle.
A fresh superstar has just entered the match. A huge advantage for the newcomer.
I'll tell you what, I think this one just went from a career shortener to a career ender, Cole. I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying. This is going to be a great warm-up for these superstars, Cole. I think I'm ready for the Rumble right now.
What an incredible powerbomb! He may have just broken his opponent in half.
And there it is, Cole. The RKO! Man, that'll take your head right off. There was a lot of ways I thought this one could and would go, but I never thought it would end like this. Nice shot from that ladder. Takes me back to my old ECW days. This is just dumb, Cole. You don't win a match by taunting your opponent to death.
And I guess that's it. The referee's decision is final. The match ends in a countout. And neither can these fans. We better get started, or we might have a riot on our hands. Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum, Tazz. You can't afford not to, because if there's one thing you can be sure of, it's that your opponent will.
And even if you can't make your opponent tap out, this will take a lot of fight out of him. But what do you want, Cole? You want to say that everyone wins so nobody gets their feelings hurt? Look at all that blood. These WWE fans are definitely getting their money's worth tonight.
Unfortunately, you're right, Tazz. There's no one to enforce the rules until the ref revives. It's hard to argue the referee's call. The ref counted the pin, and that's that. I can imagine. Nothing pushes you to the limit quite like a WWE match. I can't even imagine the amount of pain that this hold must inflict on any superstar who winds up in it. Well, I think it's a terrible thing to do to your superstars, just for the sake of a few ratings points.
Normally I'd say this match is no place for a lady, but she ain't really acting like a lady.
The figure four! The figure four! Expertly applied! I sure do! The Stone Cold Stunner, delivered with lethal precision!
Okay, yeah, great. That's just great. Now why don't you quit showing off and get down to business here? No doubt, Cole. There ain't no way you're gonna win a match if you're out of gas 2 minutes into it.
I don't know if it's a matter of not having what it takes, Tazz. Sometimes it's just not your night.
He might have gotten a pinfall, Cole, but I'd be real surprised if we didn't see a rematch after that one.
Something big indeed! There it is! He calls it the brain damage!
Oh, man. Getting yanked off the cage is not going to help you win a match like this.
I can't say this is the most athletic move I've ever seen, but I'm not complaining. I understand why it has to be done, Tazz, but I don't imagine that it makes it any easier.
I don't know if everybody's going to be happy with the decision, but it's pretty clear who won that one.
And that's doubly true if you're the referee. I don't think Edge has ever met a rule he wouldn't break. That makes two of us, partner. And I think that's one of the things that makes it so exciting. This is a pivotal moment. Whoever comes up short here might just lose the match. There's no doubt that these fans love him, Tazz, and he's feeding off that energy right now.
2 words, Cole. Strength in numbers. And now you're going to see it in action. I'm kind of surprised he got that pin, Cole. I thought this guy was going to kick out for sure.
Seen as a WWE champion, Tazz, how much more improvement do you really need?
I'll tell you, anyone who thinks this business is a piece of cake, they should get in the ring with these superstars. No one who steps into the steel cage comes out the same, and that's why. Edge is so quick and so deadly, you can't take your eyes off him for 1 second.
You might be right, Tazz. It doesn't look like these superstars are going to go easy on each other. Can you believe it, Tazz? A victory by submission. Talk about impressive. Look at him, he's just radiating confidence. And he's got a lot to be confident about. I don't believe it. He just hurled his opponent off the roof of the cell. I don't think the end of that match left any doubt in anyone's mind who dominated who. Well, it certainly removes any doubt about who the superior superstar is, that's for sure. The pride in the hearts of these competitors might be the only thing that's keeping them going. An incredible victory by submission. What an amazing end to an amazing match. It certainly doesn't leave any room for argument about who the dominant superstar was in this match.
And if this keeps up much longer, that bad blood's gonna wind up all over the place. Holy cow! They don't get bigger than that. What a wicked buzzsaw kick.
Well, it wouldn't break my heart if they went for an hour, Tazz. I'm really enjoying this match.
Yeah, well, you know what? He better worry more about the injury and less about the insult until this match is over. God, there goes another table. I hope SmackDown's getting a good deal on these things.
Neither do I, Tazz. And I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
You know it, Cole. The F.U. Man, get a load of that power.
It's been a while, Tazz, but that is a legitimate way to beat your opponent. We may have just seen a glimpse of what's to come at the Royal Rumble this Sunday.
Wait, that's it? No. The ref's just gonna let it end like that? Oh, man, make no mistake, Cole. That sledgehammer will mess you up good.
Oh, my God! Did you just see that? He just threw his opponent off the cell!
I guess so, Cole. But why would you want one? Seems kind of boring to me.
Well, I think these fans and his fellow superstars have to see him in a different light after that.
This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
I think the SmackDown locker room is extremely grateful that Triple H is not a part of it. That's it! Stop the damn match! There's no way anyone could continue after that! And if these superstars have their way, there's going to be a lot more shed here tonight.
Hey, Cole. 2 words. Shut up. Don't bother, Cole. I don't think you're going to be able to. Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
It sure isn't. I think these superstars could keep going for quite a while longer.
These superstars are pounding the heck out of each other. How much longer can they keep this up?
For a man who just beat Rob Van Dam in a hardcore match, he's looking pretty good.
Man, I can't tell you how impressed I am with what I've seen here tonight so far. I'll tell you what, Cole, my heart ain't raced that much since my last 60-minute match.
What a relief it must be to be able to walk back to that locker room after winning a match like this.
There's the submission hold. I've seen a lot of superstars tap out to this one, Cole.
Well, in a situation like that, you either tap out or risk hurting yourself badly. If his opponent can't get that ladder away from him, this match won't last much longer.
Man, what a chair shot. Reminds me of my old ECW days.
Oh my God! That 2x4 could inflict a serious injury here.
Man, he got all of that modified DDT. That's definitely going to leave a mark.
We've got a superstar in a casket, and a match that could be over very quickly.
Jeez, what a drop. We better get a doctor or a trainer out here or something.
And there it is, a beautiful DDT by this beautiful diva. The Gory Bomb! He just scored in a big way with that Gory Bomb! And he's about to get even higher. 5-star Frog Splash!
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, Cole, but it's not. It's not a disqualification.
Oh my! That's going to do some serious damage if someone doesn't stop this. For the love of God, will someone please take that damn ring bell from him? If he didn't make sure his opponent was out, this is going to be a very short climb. The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see. DDT! He's not the last superstar to use it, but he might be the best.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit, Cole. This is a great match, and the fans are way into it.
I don't know, Tazz, but you can bet that it's going to get a lot worse before it's over. That's what worries me. I'd hate to have a monster like Snitsky having his run of the place.
No kidding, Cole. A pile driver like that ain't something you just shake off. You're not going to see action like this anywhere except Smackdown, Cole.
These superstars are beating the hell out of each other 15 feet in the air. He just dropped his opponent through the cell roof. Someone should stop this match. I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
Wow, look at that confidence. He's letting his opponent know who the boss is. Good night, Irene. Nobody sticks around long after taking a finisher like that.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far. You called it, partner. What an impact. That'll knock a few fillings loose.
Man, even if you end up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week. Yeah, and I agree with him, Cole. That's a cheap way to end a match, and it doesn't prove anything. Yeah, but for a match like this, you should be able to bend the rules a little. What a letdown. A lot of people give Christian a lot of grief, but I think he's a real American hero. You know, you can show off for the crowd all you want, but all that does is let your opponent rest up.
Ah, for crying out loud. What's the point of even having a ref if they're going to do this? Military press. He just lifted his opponent 8 feet in the air.
Man, he just knocked his opponent out cold right there. I love it.
It seems like these fans agree with you, Tazz. I don't think anyone's happy about this.
Wow, I gotta tell you, Cole, I'm stunned. I mean, that's not the way I thought this match was gonna go down. If Booker wants to win this thing, he better get focused on his opponent and get his mind off the fans. Wow, I guess it's true what they say, flip-flop. It's all fair in love and war. Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
That's a tough way to lose a match, having to tap out to a submission hold like that.
Of course not. Whenever I locked into Taz's mission, that was it. End of story. It was over. If you let your opponent use that cage against you, you might as well throw in the towel.
She's down to her bra. She better be careful, or she could lose this thing.
Holy cow, what a neck breaker. That'll take the fight right out of you for sure. Whew, what a match. Did you get your fantasies fulfilled on that one, Cole, or what?
He sure is, partner. There it is. The lasso from El Paso.
You gotta use every weapon you can when you're in a cage match, even a cage itself.
Oh my God. After a fall like that, I hope this match is over.
Holy cow! He just stole this guy's finisher. That takes some guts. Whoa, there goes the ref. Well, might as well chuck the rule book out the window now. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. One mistake and we're gonna see that fire go out pronto. I can't believe this one ended in a countout. God, talk about a ripoff. Whoa! Clothesline from hell! I think he just took this guy's head off.
Neither superstar is giving an inch, but only one of them can stay up there. They've got to get that monitor away from him before someone gets seriously injured here. Now, wait a minute. She might be allowed at ringside, but she's not part of this match.
Buzzsaw kick right to the mush. Talk about feet of fury.
Well, that's what happens when you pick apart your opponent and lock in that submission, partner.
Yeah, well, if you lose, you'll have plenty of time to think about what you did wrong.
All right, that's it. Someone's got to take that sledgehammer from him. He absolutely is a super choke slam. What an impact. It's worse than anything I can imagine, but both superstars knew the risks going in.
Oh, man. Now, that's not the kind of thing you usually walk away from, Cole.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll stick to announcing for now.
Oh, God. The ref's on Dream Street, Cole. Anything goes now. Man, that's why foreign objects are a superstar's best friend.
Well, talk about gaining a psychological advantage by embarrassing your opponent.
Whoa! Scissors kick! He might have just knocked this guy out cold, Cole.
Oh, man. Talk about giving your opponent another reason to want to get out of that cage. I couldn't tell you, Tazz. I don't know if they've ever had anything this good on Raw.
He's got his opponent up, and what goes up must come down.
Wow! The power of the punch connects! What a shot!
Here he comes, Cole. And I'll tell you what, I hope he brought us lunch. It's going to be an all-day job. No doubt from what we're seeing here, these WWE fans are getting their money's worth. Hey, Cole, let me tell you from experience. Getting hit with a table, not fun. Well, if no one gets that 2x4 away from him, this one's going to be over real quick. Hey, Cole, relax a little bit. I'm sure there's a good explanation for this. Just chill out.
The ankle lock. He's got it locked in, and there might not be any escape. He's adding insult to injury by using that move against his opponent.
What kind of a moron falls for an obvious trick like that? Oh, God.
He sure did. A victory by submission is nothing to sneeze at. I see that, Tazz. I wouldn't be surprised if he got his opponent to tap out right here.
Whoa! Get a load of that, Cole. Title belt right off the bean.
A modified swinging neckbreaker. What an incredible move. It sure did, partner. And that gives you some idea of the power behind that move.
If you get tossed off that cell, it's a long way down, Cole. Yeah, and you can't let that break your focus. But that's easier said than done. That was a lot of expensive gear right there, Cole, and I hope some of it still works. He's in trouble, Cole, I am telling you. His opponents really softened him up.
What a disrespectful way to treat the championship and his opponent.
I'll tell you, as long as these superstars have got anything left in the tank, they'll just keep going.
Will somebody please take that barbed wire wrapped 2x4 from him?
That's for sure, Cole. I'll tell you what, I hope these guys have a rematch so he can prove it again.
It looks like another superstar has decided to insert himself into this match. And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
T-bone suplex. Hey, you know who invented that, right? Me. You can't start climbing out of that cage until you know your opponent ain't gonna follow. Good thing too, Cole, because I don't think we'd ever hear the end of it if we cut away here.
He's got his opponent in the casket. Victory may be seconds away. Sweet chin music. Almost as painful as Tazz's singing. I don't believe it. Divas spanking divas. What's next? Come on, ref, ring the damn bell. You can't let him get away with that. He's got his opponent in the casket. This could be over right here.
Man, I don't envy that ref. You know, the last place I'd want to be is between these superstars.
You don't get much more impressive than that. A victory by submission. Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then? They sure are, Tazz. We're seeing some great intensity here tonight.
It's not his eyes you gotta worry about. What a wicked pump handle slam.
Actually, Tazz, from my perspective, I think it could go either way. I can't help but agree, partner. You won't see action like this on Raw. Not only is that cage keeping them in the ring, it's also a deadly weapon.
Come on, Cole. It's the Stevie kick. And he just got all of it. I can't believe this. Did he really just chuck his opponent off the cell?
Say what you will about William Regal. He never backs down from a fight.
He's been looking for that all match, Cole, and now he's taking advantage. You know, I don't think you can keep going for much longer after taking that much punishment. What are you getting, a little squeamish, Cole? Come on, what do you think this is, badminton?
I can't blame anyone for not wanting to continue once they find themselves in that hold.
Man, I'll tell you, these great WWE fans definitely got their money's worth. There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these fans, Cole.
Oh no, he's looking for a weapon. This could cause a serious injury. Modified DDT, head first, right into the canvas. What a move!
Man, you couldn't ask for anything more from these guys. Talk about leaving it in the ring. Boy, I'll tell you, this is not the way I thought this match was going to go at all.
And there it is, a scrap buster with authority.
Look at these superstars go. It's obvious they've done their homework on each other. You talk about a big splash, Cole. They don't get no bigger than that one.
He's absolutely brutalizing his opponent with those steel steps. Neither would I, Tazz, but the referee counted the pinfall, and that's that.
That was some bad judgment right there. You gotta make sure your opponent is out. Look at this dude's intensity. He's ready to start busting some heads. Jeez, what a match. I got no idea what these superstars are gonna do next.
You're probably right, Tazz. I know I wouldn't want to miss a second of this action. That'll get your opponent fired up. Just hope it doesn't backfire on you.
You got to be kidding me. A count-out? That's how this thing's gonna end?
He'd better watch out, though. His cockiness could backfire in a major way.
It's pretty much impossible to stop someone once they made it this far. Yeah, and give him an F while you're at it, for no freaking way you're gonna lift him.
This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd. Oh man, it's a long way from the roof of the cell to the ring.
No shame in that, Cole. Like I always say, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's it! He reached the top! Only one way to go from here. Whoa, hey, easy there. Those monitors ain't cheap. They come out of my salary.
Victory means absolutely everything to these competitors tonight. I sure do. Looks like she's spreading some stratisfaction. He took his opponent to the limit and came out on top. What a competitor. Those monitors are extremely dangerous weapons in the wrong hands.
And that's a good thing, Cole. I don't ever want to think about where we'd be if they didn't.
Oh my God! He just threw his opponent right off the cell! That superstar is dangerously close to being buried alive!
Whoa! Talk about giving your opponent a little taste of his own medicine.
Did you see that? He just drove his opponent right through the table.
This guy's doing some serious damage with that table, and it's not even set up yet.
Folks will be staying with this match to the end with no commercial interruptions.
I'm not sure if everyone's going to be happy about it, but this one is in the books. It sure could. There's a lot of pressure being applied in that hold, Cole. The Shining Wizard! Hey, that's not a move you see many superstars use. Say it ain't so. He just chucked his opponent right off the cell. That's a good start, Cole, but you know what? She still looks a little overdressed.